Hi guys, my name is Danielle and I'm from Texas in the United States. Today's class is an intermediate level class and we are going to be talking about studying abroad. So let me welcome Nestor.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Nestor, where did you go to where you have a pelican on your shoulder?
I went to a place in Mexico called Cancun, and there is a
Oh,
small amusement park. This is called Xel-Há.
no, I don't
Did
know
you
it.
hear about it now?
No. I've
Xel-Há,
heard
this
of
is
Cancun.
yeah. Have you been in Cancun?
I think once on a cruise, maybe.
Ah, okay. Yes, there is a place called Xel-Há, and in that place you can take photos with a lot of animals.
Ah, cool. Very neat. Well, I like your picture,
Yeah.
Nestor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Hello again, Paolo.
Hello again, teacher.
Hello, Ming.
Hi, hi.
Hello, Jose Luis.
Hi, teacher.
And hello again, Felipe. Felipe, you do not want to say hi to us. Or your microphone is not working. I'm hoping it's the latter. Okay. Hello, Oscar.
Hello, Daniel. How are you?
How are you today?
Fine, fine. And you?
Good. Did you do anything fun this weekend?
Yes, yes, but the weather was cold and raining.
And that was fun?
Yes, it was fun.
Oh, you have a weird definition of fun.
Yeah.
So what did you do? Whoa, what is that? I'm muted. All right, Oscar, what did you do that was so fun? Just listen to the rain?
Uh, mm, because I stay in my home
Mm-hmm.
and I can watch TV and rest. Was
Oh,
fun.
nice. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Well, nice to have you in class, Oscar. Welcome.
And
Oh, maybe it's Felipe that's making all the noise. I don't know. I cannot tell. All right, hello again, Juan Carlos.
Hi again, Daniel. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Good. And hello again, Ali.
Yes, hello.
Hi. And let me try Felipe one more time. Hello, Felipe.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Nice.
Welcome to class.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so we are going to talk about studying abroad. So has anyone studied abroad ever?
No.
No.
No? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and read some articles so we can find out a little bit about it. Okay, here's the first one. Mm, Does everyone see the link?
Yeah.
Okay. I will share it on my screen as well. I think it's this one. Okay. All right. Oscar, can you read the first paragraph, please?
uh, perspective, the interest in study abroad, particularly in ASL, is one of the rise around the world as students seek to obtain a university degree from traditional or online school to advantage their job opportunities. However, students need to decide if studying abroad will help them reach their objectives.
Good. Okay, and this word is advance.
Advance.
Perfect. Great. Okay. Um, great job, Oscar. Sorry, guys. I'm reading y'all's conversation on the side. Okay. Ali, can you read the next paragraph, please?
Yeah. First, try to determine however studying abroad will really help you in your future, or if going overseas is just a fad or rite of passage for citizens in your country. Ask people who have studied overseas if the experience have helped them educationally and financially in the long run.
Good. All right. Felipe, the next paragraph.
Second, consider what impact studying abroad will have on your family. Will it be a financial burden to study overseas? What are your family's expectations for you once you return to your country?
Good. And this one. Let's see. Jose Luis.
Third, think about whether you really are flexible and open-minded enough to endure the challenge of adjusting to a foreign culture. If you feel comfortable with your answer to these questions, then you should proceed and look into studying abroad in more detail.
Good. This word, proceed.
I'll proceed.
Good. Okay, so,
What does mean burden?
what?
Burden or burden?
Burden.
With burden, yeah.
Burden. It means, okay, so for example, hold on, let me make sure I'm doing it right. Let me use the context. Okay, yeah. So when you burden someone with something, so in this example, if your family is not very rich and they are helping you pay for school, it might be a burden for them to send you to school. It may be very hard.
Like obstacle or something like that?
Yeah, like an obstacle, yeah. Usually you try to overcome obstacles though. So this one is like, it's like a weight that you're adding to your family, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay. Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Okay, so guys, do y'all know anything about what studying abroad is like in your country? So how the programs are set up, or if it's expensive or inexpensive, or where you can study?
I think so.
Go ahead,
Like,
Ming.
I had a couple exchange students back in high school. I think because they are very smart, they can, or they pay a lot of money to go to another country to study for 1 semester. Or, yeah.
So you had them come, were you in America?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so they came to visit you, and where were they from?
They were from Brazil, China, and I forgot.
Okay. And did you have them all at one time?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Wow.
They
that's
stay
a lot
with
of
the host family, right? Host family.
So you were their host family?
No,
correct?
no, I'm not. I wasn't.
Oh, okay. You just knew of them.
Yeah.
So they went to like your high school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So they stayed with the host family.
But I think it's the same, like in college too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the same word. Okay, good. All right, and okay. So let's see. This says okay, what do y'all think? Do y'all think studying abroad would be more expensive than studying in your country?
I think that depends because sometimes the government help you with support with money or something like that. And I'm not sure, but in Mexico, if you check the embassy website, you can find some financial support for the country that you want to study. And I think that depends of your career, and they can help, but I'm not sure. I think that it's expensive sometimes if you don't have help.
But did you mean it depends on your major?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
depends your major, and
Okay.
the
Yeah, that
embassy
makes
could
sense.
help you.
What do you think? I think I never study abroad, but what do you think about studying abroad? Does it really help you find a job?
I have examples because I receive students from France, and they tell me that I have 3 years 3 years people from France give taking the word that you used in the last class, teacher, when you are working to get this experience.
Your internship?
Yeah, they were here for internship,
Okay.
and the government of France pay, I think, 18% of the
Tuition.
yeah. And they get many experience, and I think that is very good. If you have the possibility and money, I think that is a good idea for improve your skills, your experience, your CV, or something like that. Yeah.
Good. What does everyone else think? Is it beneficial for you to have study abroad experience in your country? Do jobs admire that? Do they care?
Yeah.
Do they care?
Above all,
I
above
think
all,
they do.
oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
No, Ming, it's your turn. Sorry, my friend.
I was going to ask teacher about her opinion because I don't know. I want to know.
About here in America?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it depends on the company. Some companies honestly don't care, but a lot, I would probably say the majority, think it's very beneficial because we have a lot of international trade now. And so a lot of people like seeing that you've been abroad because even if they don't do work internationally, it still shows that you are independent, that you're willing to try new things, that you can be outside of your comfort zone. So, and for example, I know with my job that I got, I know that one of the reasons I got an interview was because I had outside experience. They just thought it was really cool, and they thought I was a very interesting person for doing that, and so it just gave me something to stick out on my resume, if that makes sense.
Stick out.
Yeah, stick out means you show something unique.
Okay.
Okay. So when you stick out from the crowd, so for example, a girl with neon blue hair might stick out in a crowd. So it can be a positive or like a negative thing. Does that make sense, Ming? Okay.
Thank you.
Does that make sense to everyone, the verb stick out, the phrasal verb? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I would say in America it's usually a positive thing if you have study abroad experience. It'll never hurt you, or it shouldn't.
The government support your...
No.
No?
I don't think so. I mean, you can get scholarships.
Yeah, scholarship.
Yeah. Yeah, but like with my university, yeah, I don't think I had any financial support with studying abroad. Well, we probably did, but I don't. Oh, I didn't do study abroad. I thought about it, and I just ended up doing it after college because I ran out of time. So I actually don't know if my university helps or not. Yeah, so I think it would depend
I
on the
heard
school.
it's really expensive. One of my friends did it, and he said his tuition plus all the travel and boarding expenses in another country.
Yeah, it's really expensive because what they do is the university back home makes you pay at least a percentage of the tuition here, and then you also have to pay for the study abroad program, and you have to pay for your housing while you're there, and your food, and your travel, and your airfare. So it's very expensive.
Yeah, sounds very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything else y'all want to add about y'all's opinions on whether it's beneficial or not in your country?
Here in Colombia, the majority of company loves if you have a study abroad. However, there is a couple of universities of here in Colombia, a private universities that the company likes to employ you if you had a study there. But in the most of cases, is very appreciated, yeah, by the local industry if you have been studied abroad.
Okay. So there are certain companies really, or a majority of the companies like study abroad experience.
Yeah.
And then they also like it when you study at a private university?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Very cool. All right, good. Anyone else?
Well, I think that if you study abroad, it's an advantage. It can be an disadvantage in any way, I think.
Why?
But why? Because you get experience. You learn how the people study in other countries, and I didn't do that, but I hear that you realize that it's the same. It's the same that you learned in Mexico, that the same that you learn in the US or in Europe. They use the same books, but you learn about the culture. For example, a teacher told me when I studied in Europe, I don't remember which country. They said when they present an exam, he tried to bring or take his book to check some answers, and all the students turned to see him like, "What are you doing? That's not correct. You are how do you say that?
Cheating?
You are not doing the correct. Yes,
Cheating?
yes, you are lying. You are hitting." And cheating, sorry, yes, you are cheating, and they felt so bad. They take your book and put it away, and it's something that you are not going to learn here in Mexico. That is something normal here, and so I think it's good because you learn that everything is the same, but you need to change your way to learn. Um, but it's expensive. In my case, I tried to do that. I had the scores, but I didn't have the money. The government in Mexico gives you pay you the university in that country. I mean, you are going to travel, you are going to study in another university, and you're going not to pay anything for the university, but you have you have to be able to afford the utilities, your food, a place where to live, but the uh, it's very cheap in Mexico to study a career. I think it's very cheap. If someone in Mexico don't study a career, it's because he doesn't want. Because if you don't have parents or if you don't have enough money, it's very easy. I paid $200, around $200 for 1 year.
Oh, wow.
It's very cheap. It's very cheap. And in another university in Mexico, you pay less than $1 for 1 year. It's not
Wow.
expensive.
Because the government helps?
Yeah, the government pay everything. You don't need books because there are libraries. You can take the books that you need. Uh, it's cheap. If you don't study, it's because you don't want. But if you can go to study abroad,
Mhm.
it's better. It's a good experience,
Yeah.
I think.
That's cool. That's really neat that they pay for your tuition. That's really awesome. Or
Yeah,
in that even if you study in Mexico, it's very cheap.
yeah, it's very cheap.
Okay. What was I gonna tell you? No, I forgot. Maybe it'll come to me. I'm not sure. Okay. I guess the only thing I wrote, you need to change the way in which you learn. So you said you need to change way you learn. It sounds better to say you need to change the way in which you learn. So it's the way.
Yeah, yeah,
You learn.
I
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Man, that wasn't it though. I forgot what I was gonna say. I think I was gonna ask you a question, but I don't remember. Oh well. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and continue. Did y'all have any more questions on the article?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Daniel, what is the difference between whether and if?
Third, think about whether you really are flexible and open-minded enough to endure the challenges of adjusting. Third, think about if you are really.
I know that
Okay,
if is
because
conditional, but
right.
whether.
Usually, when you say whether, it's like whether or not. So whether you are so it's when you have two options that are opposite. Okay, so choose whether you want to go to Disney World or go skiing. Okay, it's when you have two options.
Okay.
So, and you have to choose one or the other. You don't choose both.
Okay.
That's when you use whether. Okay. Does that help?
Yep.
It's kind of a vague word. Okay. All right. Any other questions from the article?
No.
No? Okay. All right, let's continue to the next article. And I have forgotten who has read, so I'm very sorry. Okay. Here's the next link for you guys. Paulo, have you read?
No.
Okay. All right, you can read the first paragraph here. Let me share the screen.
Okay. You might have heard of the expression culture shock at the same point, but understanding it and how it can affect your study abroad can determine whether you have a positive experience. Basically, culture shock is the feeling you have, one one of confusion, bewilderment, and anxiety when you encounter situations where the cultural norms in your culture or society no longer apply.
Good. All right, this word, bewilderment.
Bewilderment.
Okay, good. Try one more time. Bewilderment.
Bewilderment.
Good. Good. All right.
What is it?
Oh, what does bewilderment mean? It means like when you are, it's another word for like shocked. You are surprised. Surprised. Like you are bewildered. You can't believe it.
Bewilderment. Bewilder.
Does that make sense or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And okay, wait. One more pronunciation. Hold on. Let's see. This word is culture.
Culture.
Yeah, culture.
Culture.
Good. Okay. All right, class. Questions on this?
Encountered.
Encounter?
Yeah.
It's when you
Face?
like you
When you're
come
face?
across something. Yeah, it's like you face.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Thank you. That's exactly what it is.
When you're facing, similar? Yeah. When you
Yeah,
face.
when you're facing something.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of bewilderment, can I use out of point?
Out of point?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't. Out of point. Out of point?
Or like a fish out of the water?
Oh,
Like
out of place. Out of place.
out of place, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Bewilderment. Yeah, it's when you think something's really crazy or different. You're very confused.
Yeah, I think that I prefer say out of place instead bewilderment.
All right, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Anything else, guys?
How do you say I am out of place or I'm feeling out of place?
Yeah, I'm feeling or I feel out of place.
Oh. You couldn't say I am out of place?
No, you can. I'm out of place. So, for example, yeah, you can say that.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
I'm out of place. Yep. Anything else, guys? All right, let's have Nestor. Can you read the next paragraph, please?
Okay. Uh, Let me give you an example. Years ago, when I first went to Japan, I had the shock of my life at the public bath. As you might know, people bathe in a shower area and then get into a large hot bath without any clothing or bathing suit on. At the end of my bath, I was greeted by an elderly woman cleaning the men's dressing room. Since you will never encounter such a situation in my culture, the discrepancy between my culture and my experience in Japan conflict with my expectations, and thus I feel very out of place. From my perspective, she shouldn't have been there, and at the last, she could have waited until I was completely dressed. This is one example of culture shock.
Good. All right. This word, least.
List. I
Good.
say less.
Yes.
List.
And there's one more. Oh, suit.
Without the I.
Yeah, so
Suit.
don't say sweet. Say suit.
Okay. Suit. Okay.
Perfect. Great job.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, questions on this paragraph, class?
And then this, for that reason, is the same.
Wait. Say it again.
It said, you move.
This?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, and for this reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like something happens because of something else. So,
How do you say the word? I don't know. This is correct?
and thus.
Thus.
Good. Perfect.
Okay.
Anything else, guys?
What is a elderly woman?
Elderly. It means like an old woman. Old. Elderly is like the polite, formal way to say it. Old sounds rude. So elderly is like the formal way to say it. Or seniors is fine too. Elderly or seniors is a formal / polite way to say old. Yeah, old dads is not. That is not nice. You better know the person very well. Exactly. Geezer, old bats, those are things where I hope you know the person very well. Exactly, guys. All right. All right, let's go ahead and continue to the next paragraph. Who has not read?
I haven't.
Okay, go ahead, Ming.
Now, culture shock is a very natural occurrence. So no one should feel embarrassed that they have had such uncomfortable feelings. However, how to cope with such situation will determine how successful your overseas.
What happened?
Sabotage. All of us.
What happened? Oh my gosh. Did it happen to everyone?
Yes, I
Oh,
think
how
so.
weird.
I have no idea.
I was
Ming
going.
messed up the whole system. It's all his fault. He's the only one not here.
I was going to say bad word.
Oh. Oh no, where did he go? Alright, well, hopefully he will rejoin us. Well, I guess he can have a different paragraph when he comes back. Who else has not read?
Me.
Me.
Wait, who's me? Felipe and Jose Luis?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Felipe, go ahead and take over this paragraph. Let's see. Here is the link. It's the second one to the bottom.
Probably.
The now culture.
Now culture shock is a very natural occurrence, so no one should feel embarrassed that they have had such uncomfortable feeling. However, how you cope with such situations will determine how successful your overseas experience will be, particularly when you are trying to get an education at the same time.
Good. Okay. One correction, and that's this word. Embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
Perfect. Good job. All right. Let's have Jose Luis. Can you finish with the last paragraph?
I already read. Maybe other person say, but I can read again.
Oh, it was Juan Carlos.
Yep.
Ah, sorry.
Yep. No, it's okay. Sorry, y'all's voices don't even sound alike. Okay, go ahead, Juan Carlos.
Probably the best thing to do is to be open to difference, between flexible to change. Difference are not good or bad, but just different. And accepting the fact that the people do things differently is the first step to understanding culture shock. Be willing to try new things and avoid criticizing others. By doing this, you will be able to adjust to any new environment.
Good. All right. Questions on any of the paragraphs?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. In the phrase, such situation will determine how successful your overseas experience will be. Overseas experience, I feel I understand, but can you explain me that?
Yeah, so overseas is when you travel to a different country that is across the ocean.
That means if I travel to the United States, I can see that I oversee?
No, so you could say that I went overseas. I went overseas. That's how you would say it.
I want?
I went.
It doesn't matter if I didn't cross the ocean?
No, sorry. That's you are correct. So if you are coming, wait, I'm sorry. Wait, Nestor, you're from Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no. Well, okay. If I'm going to Mexico, no, you are not overseas.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you're. Okay, let me think. If I went on an airplane across the ocean to go to Mexico, I went overseas. No, it's really when you're talking about when you have to travel. Okay, for example, I would not consider Canada or Mexico going overseas. I don't think. To me, going to like Costa Rica or somewhere very far is overseas.
Okay, when you travel in a place that
Let
is
me make
far.
sure. Yeah, let me make sure I'm correct on that. It could mean any. Hold on. It could mean anything overseas. It could mean any kind of travel. But I don't. I think it's when you cross an ocean. But now I'm not 100% sure. I thought I knew the definition, but maybe not. Okay, I will look. Okay, it says in or to a foreign country, especially one across the sea. So I guess you could say I went overseas to the U.S. To me personally, that sounds a little funny. If I told people I was going overseas and then they said, "Where are you going?" and I said Mexico, they probably would look at me kind of funny for a second because it's not what you think of, you know?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's more to a different continent, Paolo. Ming, have had. It is the past perfect of have.
What does
Oh, it's
have
the
had
present.
mean?
Wait. I have had. So it's like saying it's the present perfect. I've had a bad day. It's the present perfect
I have had a bad day.
of have. Huh? Yeah, you could say, well, usually, yeah. I have had a bad day. I've had a bad day. You can say that.
How about had two past?
Um,
I've seen that before.
I had, yeah.
Had,
You
how
can,
does that mean?
it's past perfect of have. So I'm trying to think of an example off the top of my head.
I had bad luck
had,
on the exam.
what?
What? I think we were talking at the same time.
Go ahead.
I had bad luck on the exam until I started studying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that'll work. You can say that in English. I know it sounds repetitive, but it's grammatically correct.
But do you say it in everyday life? No, right? Just when you're
Probably
writing,
not.
right?
And even when you write, you try to avoid it because it sounds redundant. So it's not the most common thing.
Okay. Yeah, I was just confused.
Yeah, you can say that, Jose Luis. Yep. Yeah, you could also say I had a car 2 years ago, right? Okay, guys. All right, good. Any other questions? Okay. We've got one more article. So Ming, go ahead and read the first paragraph of this one, please.
I was reading and something happened.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm letting you read again.
What happened there? You
I
guys
don't know. Everyone came back but you. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead, Ming. Oh, sorry. Can you see it? Ming? No. What happened? Ming, it just doesn't want you to read.
Ming, it is a problem.
What is happening? Okay.
I'm back.
Okay. Here, Ming, I'll give it to you in the group chat. Maybe it'll work for you there. Here, read that.
Okay. It's my dad. He's using up all of the internet. Homestay can be a wonderful experience for international students if they find the right family that is concerned about them, and if students have realistic expectations on what the homestay experience will be like.
Good, Ming. All right, questions from that paragraph, guys?
Homestay.
Homestay.
Yeah, it's like when you stay with a host family. You stay with a family that is local to that country.
Like guests? Guests?
A what?
Guests?
Like a guest?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a guest. Like an extended guest. You're there for a long time.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do
Or
you
it doesn't have to always be long. Homestays can be short.
Okay.
Is it like Adobe?
What?
Is it like Adobe homestay?
Oh, adopt?
No,
Kind of.
Adobe. Like the Adobe. Adobe.
I don't know.
Google Translate is doing it, not me.
Adobe is like, I think what Indians used to live in, like adobe huts. I think it was what their clay houses were made out of. I don't know. I don't know Adobe. Adobe. I don't know. Does anyone know that word?
Adobe is a program used to read
Yeah.
PDFs.
Well, right.
Yeah. Adobe Photoshop.
I think it's like a rock clay. Rock?
Yeah, it's like what some of the Indians used to make their clay houses out of when they were in the
it's a
desert.
house?
Huh?
Is it a house?
It's like a
Or a
kinda.
rock? What kind of a...
What is it? They were very open. Yeah, like an adobe house. I don't know. They were like on cliffs and in deserts. They used like the clay or the mud to make these houses. I wonder if I can find them.
Oh.
Did you find them?
Adobe is a Spanish word for mud brick.
Oh, okay. Well, that's maybe where the Indians got it from. I think it was houses for Indians. Maybe I have my history terribly wrong. Here, it's like these. I think it was by the Indians.
I think it's the same word in Spanish.
Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, well, apparently we use a Spanish word in English,
Yeah,
which
it's the
actually
same
is
word
fairly
in
common.
Spanish. In Spanish, it's Adobe.
Adobe. Okay,
Adobe.
we just pronounce it different.
Yeah. Yeah. But
We
it's
messed
writing
up
the
everyone
same.
else's languages, I think. All right. Okay. So my question to you is, if you did a homestay, if you studied abroad, would you do a homestay? Would you stay in a hostel? Or would you stay in an apartment? Or a dorm?
Apartment.
Why?
Because it's more, only me and anyone else.
Oh, so you would be in a single bedroom apartment.
Yes, I think that's better. I don't want bother the family and
Aww. Well, that's sweet. All right, Felipe, what about you?
Pardon me, what is the question?
Okay, so if you were to study abroad, would you live in an apartment, a dorm, a homestay, or a hostel?
So I'm going to study abroad in USA in the next year, and I'm going to go to a homestay.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
Cool. How long are you here for?
3 months.
3 months. Cool. And how many classes are you taking?
I'm going to study at morning and afternoon.
Good. In the morning.
Yes, in the morning.
Good. Awesome, Felipe. I bet that'll be a lot of fun. Which state are you coming to?
I don't know yet.
Really?
Sorry?
That's surprising.
Because I'm chosen yet.
Oh, you haven't chosen yet. Okay.
Yeah.
You should come to Texas. It's great.
Yeah, maybe Texas or Los Angeles or New York City.
Oh yeah, those are pretty cool too. All right, Jose Luis, what about you?
Yeah, I think that homestay would be better because you can ask at the people in the house the culture, about their country, and if you have doubts about idiom or places, you can get information about these people, right?
Yeah. And would you want, how many people would you want to stay with? How big do you want the family to be? Does it matter?
No, not matter. I'm a social person for a while. Maybe I can stay with people maybe 2 and 3 hours, no more, because I start to feel uncomfortable sometimes.
Okay.
And I need to stay alone.
So as long as you have your own room, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, my own room, my own water room,
bathroom,
and my own. Yeah.
Good. Perfect. Oh, okay. I'm curious. Do you know what the word for bathroom is in most restaurants?
WC? No, I'm not sure.
No?
Restroom.
Someone besides Ming, because Ming, you live in America.
Which is the word?
Oh,
Me? Sorry. Restrooms. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know this one. Restroom.
Yeah.
Oh?
Restrooms is what it is commonly called in restaurants or in public places.
Mm-hmm. It's a new word. Thank you, teacher.
Yep.
Yeah, Ming Baños.
Where is your accent, Mark Ming? Okay. All right. Let's
keyboard doesn't do accent.
All right, Juan Carlos, what about you?
I guess I would like to be alone in an apartment, but I guess it's more cheaper being a homestay than to be in apartment. On the other hand, Jose Luis is right when he says that that people can tell you some things to can be orientate you. Can I say? Can orient.
Yeah, maybe.
Can guide you.
That's a better word.
Can guide you in that country and can be in the certain way that family becomes your own family. So maybe you have maybe affections.
Yeah, affection and a certain connection with them.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, one correction, Juan Carlos. Remember, you don't need to say it's more cheaper in English. You only need it's cheaper.
Cheaper. Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Bye, Jose Luis. Okay. Ming, go ahead. What would you do if you were to go to a different country?
I think I have never been abroad but I know the experience because I'm in another country myself. So.
Good point. So if you were to go to another country, how would you do it?
I would not try to learn their language again because it's so time consuming. It's so hard. So maybe I will try different things too. I mean, never hurt to try different things.
Ming, what's your native tongue? Where are you from?
China.
From China. Okay, so Chinese. Yes? Ming? Nope, he left. Okay, goodbye.
Twice.
What the heck? At least this time he told us goodbye in Spanish. Okay. All right, Oscar. Did I ask you this question?
I like the stay in an apartment, but if I want to save money, I prefer the homestay, and it's important too because I could be share the culture, and is a part of the shock culture.
To get past having shock culture? To overcome, yeah, culture shock.
Culture shock, yes.
Good. Perfect. And Nate, are you back?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes. I don't remember what I was saying.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, did I ask everyone this question? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, all right. Well, then we are almost out of time anyway. So were there any questions overall from this section, things you don't understand? I'm going to give y'all the link to the full paragraph so y'all can read the homestay on your own if you would like. Just message me on Verbling. That's probably the only place I really respond. And I will answer any questions y'all have. So, anyway, until next time, guys. Bye.
Thank you,
Daniel,
teacher.
thank you.
Bye.